to change the world as Dr. Ashna Dayal. And for that, she needs a plan. She needs to find a way to identify her weak areas, a game plan to turn them into her strengths while also being really, really fast. Here, Alan app can help with live classes, AI-powered doubt resolution and quizzes built specially to tackle her weak topics. Ashna can find a way to do it all.
He's not been given bail because he's a tribal. And Arvind Kejriwal has been given a bail by the Supreme Court because he's not a tribal. Rahul Gandhi has failed to mention, of course, conveniently, that the Supreme Court found a very strong and justifiable case that was presented against Hemant Soren, and also that it only gave a provisional part-time interim 3-week exception to Arvind Kejriwal because of the ongoing Delhi elections. Of course, what Rahul Gandhi has said is stupid. It's very stupid. But then, can the level of stupidity in his statement override the fact that he's trying to create desperately attack, that he's trying to engineer deep wedges of caste and community in our society? Everything, ladies and gentlemen, is given by Rahul Gandhi: a caste spin, a SC/ST spin, a tribal spin, or a Muslim spin. And let me predict that this is the singular most important reason why the Congress party and the India Alliance will badly lose the general election. Because the vocabulary that Rahul Gandhi is speaking, where he is accusing the Supreme Court of acting for or against certain groups and communities and castes, this language does not belong to the 21st century. And certainly, it does not belong to 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, I have fantastic debates lined up for you tonight. First, of course, after dividing the army on the basis of religion and caste, Rahul Gandhi now questions the judiciary. Rahul Gandhi says that the judiciary is biased against the scheduled tribes of India. That's absolutely crazy comment by Rahul Gandhi, debating that at 8 p.m. tonight. And after the uprising in Sandesh Khali, we're seeing a lot of violence in Nandigram in Bengal. Nandigram is on the boil. Elections after elections after elections. Mamata Banerjee has failed. She's failed to control violence in West Bengal. How can she defend what has happened in Nandigram today? We're debating that at 8:35 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, 9 o'clock, the Republic Media Network stands as the only network tonight that is exposing the super-rich super brat and his very, very corrupt and mafia-linked family. We pledge tonight to fight till justice is served. We pledge to expose the cover-up, and we are looking at that, and I'm coming to you with detailed exposés at 9:30 p.m. tonight on how the Pune police was very much part of a dangerous attempt to cover up on behalf of the mafia-linked businessman. That's why they went soft on the super brat's grandfather, and how it's generationally been passed on by that one family that you have the money, you can play around and manipulate the system. That's at 9:35, and here are the headlines, ladies and gentlemen, this Thursday evening on the debate. Rahul Gandhi is hard to comprehend these days, but now he's gone and attacked the judiciary. Rahul Gandhi says that the judiciary is casteist, is anti-tribal, is anti-scheduled tribes, and that is why the allegedly super-duper corrupt ally of Rahul Gandhi, Hemant Soren, is in the lockup. Rahul Gandhi says he's been put in lockup by the courts because he's a tribal. On the heels of the Delhi vote, Rahul Gandhi curiously goes after Arvind Kejriwal for getting bail. In his total and unprecedented attack on the judiciary, Rahul Gandhi questions his indie comrade Arvind Kejriwal's bail in Liquorgate. She piggybacked on Nandigram's uprising against the left, and now Nandigram is rising itself against Mamata Banerjee after an old woman who was a BJP worker was killed in Nandigram and her grandson is battling for life. Nandigram's uprising is the latest to hit Mamata after Sandesh Khali. Will she listen and learn her lesson, or will she be defiant and face the people's anger? Rahul Gandhi said that he is the system, that he was born into the system, that he was born to rule. And he said that he was a very, very important player in an unjust system, that he was part of a plan to deliver injustice across India since the day he was born. That was one right royal crazy system statement made by Rahul Gandhi. But he's going crazier and crazier with his statements. In fact, one feels very sorry for him because of late he has absolutely no control over what he says anymore. Just look at what he has said today. He said that the Supreme Court of India is biased against the tribals of the country. And that is why, according to him, his political partner, the very corrupt Hemant Soren, is still in jail. Yes, he's actually said that, ladies and gentlemen. And let me say, only Rahul Gandhi can talk like this. Am I wrong? I know you agree with me. Let's debate.
He tried to create a divide in the army on basis of caste and religion.
नरेंद्र मोदी ने दो तरीके के जवान बना दिए। एक जो गरीबों का बेटा होगा, दलितों का, आदिवासियों का, पिछड़ों का, गरीब जनरल कास्ट परिवारों का बेटा होगा, माइनॉरिटी का बेटा होगा, और दूसरा जो अमीर घर का बेटा होगा।
And then he spread lies about the Prime Minister's caste.
आप लोगों का भयंकर बेवकूफ बनाया जा रहा है। नरेंद्र मोदी जी ओबीसी नहीं पैदा हुए थे। नरेंद्र मोदी जी तेली कास्ट के गुजरात में व्यक्ति पैदा हुए थे।
On the issue of caste, Rahul Gandhi has misfired again. He has now accused the top court of the country of prejudice against scheduled tribes.
दो चीफ मिनिस्टर अरेस्ट हुए, दो हुए। आदिवासी चीफ मिनिस्टर अभी भी अंदर है। अजीब सी बात है, इंटरेस्टिंग बात है। दो चीफ मिनिस्टर है, मतलब दो स्टेट्स ने लोगों को इलेक्ट किया है, और आदिवासी चीफ मिनिस्टर पहले जेल गया और आज तक नहीं निकला।
This election season, whatever Rahul Gandhi says is political fodder.
कांग्रेस के शहजादे राहुल गांधी, जिन्होंने अभी अभी स्वीकारा कि दादी माँ, पिताजी और मम्मी जी के द्वारा चलाई गई सरकार लोअर कास्ट के खिलाफ अलाइंड होती थी, कोट अनकोट, अब ऐसे शहजादे जुडिशरी के ऊपर भी सवाल खड़े करने लग गए।
Has the Congress made a mistake dragging the judiciary into its divisive caste theory?
Guru Prakash Paswan, Subrashta, is with us tonight. Dr. Piyush Joshi supports the AAP and Pankaj Sharma supports the Congress party. Pankaj, I want to try and understand, in case I have misunderstood this young man. He has said on the eve of his 55th birthday that according to him, the Supreme Court has given bail to Kejriwal because he's upper caste. And the Supreme Court has denied bail to Hemant Soren because he's a tribal. I repeat, Subrashta, everyone heard that. Guru Prakash Paswan, you heard that. That is precisely what he has said. He has said the Supreme Court is casteist, is an anti-tribal institution, and that is why it has not given bail to Hemant Soren because it found out that he's a tribal. Any reactions? Ladies and gentlemen, the latest crazy statement from Rahul Gandhi, Pankaj.
Rahul Gandhi has not said all this, what you are saying. It's your interpretation.
There's no interpretation.
You please carefully listen to
I have listened very carefully. That is exactly
carefully.
what he has said.
No, yes. He never commented on Supreme Court. He was stating a fact. He never commented on Supreme Court.
Of course, he was commenting on Supreme Court. Who gave the bail to both and who denied bail to both? Who decided on bail to both? Who decided on bail to both? He's making a comment on the Supreme Court. At least have the courage to say, yes, he did. He attacked the Supreme Court.
No.
No? How no? He said...
He never commented against the Supreme Court.
Okay, if this is indeed a comment on the Supreme Court, then has he gone crazy?
Fact of the matter is,
has he gone crazy?
Fact of the matter is that in the similar case, Hemant Soren couldn't get the bail. And it is a fact.
So, at least you should be able to stand up for the crazy comments of your leader. Guru Prakash Paswan. Pankaj is trying to defend, but there's no conviction in his face, no strength in his voice tonight, as you can see. He's having a really tough time trying to defend the indefensible. Rahul Gandhi's comment on the Supreme Court. Was it not a comment on the Supreme Court, Mr. Paswan? Was it not a comment on the Supreme Court?
Absolutely, it was a comment on the Supreme Court. It was the comment on the institutions of our country. It was the comment on the Constitution of India. I want to ask Mr. Rahul Gandhi ji, but Arnab, let me also accept this, that Mr. Rahul Gandhi has finally admitted that he is the system. Mr. Rahul Gandhi has finally admitted that the system which was created by his grandmother, the system that was created by his father, the system that was created
he never
and
said that
supported
he is the
and
system.
fueled by
He said,
his
I
mother.
know the system.
They have created a system
He said, I
which
know the
is
system.
definitely
He never said, I am
in
the
nature,
system or I
which
was the
puts the
system.
family interest first before the interest of our country. And Mr. Rahul Gandhi, you have to give a clarification. It was your party that insulted Baba Sahib Ambedkar. It was your party that insulted Babu Jagjeevan Ram. It was your father that in 1990 said that you have brought the country on the edge of caste wars. So thank you, Mr. Rahul Gandhi. As a BJP spokesperson, as a Karyakarta of the Bharatiya Janata Party, let me say this on record on one of the most popular television shows of our country. Thank you, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, to admitting to this fact, to acknowledging this fact that you are the system and you have created a system that excludes. You have created a system that cannot tolerate a tribal Rashtrapati for the first time in the history of our country. You have created a system that cannot tolerate a chaiwala as one of the most powerful prime minister of our country.
Superb fight back tonight by Guru Prakash.
हेलो सर मैं देश का पहला विजुअली चैलेंज प्रेसिडेंट बनना चाहता हूँ थैंक यू सर
व्हाट इज योर नेम यंग मैन
सर माय नेम इज श्रीकांत बोला
अगर श्रीकांत की तरह आपके भी ड्रीम्स हैं बड़े तो पाओ अपना ड्रीम जॉब अपना ऐप पर बस अपना प्रोफाइल बनाओ और टॉप कंपनीज में जॉब्स पाओ क्योंकि जब बात करियर की हो तो स्ट्रगल नहीं हसल करो डाउनलोड द अपना ऐप नाउ एंड वॉच श्रीकांत ऑन 10th May in theaters near you.
No, 1 minute. Piyush. He said that it is strange that the Supreme Court has given bail to Kejriwal, who is not a tribal, and denied bail to Hemant Soren, who is an Adivasi. So Kejriwal has got bail only because he is not an Adivasi.
Arnab ji,
I don't know what's going on between you people at the inside level, but I know Rahul Gandhi wants to keep Kejriwal in jail, but he's making it a bit obvious now. Isn't he?
Right. Okay. So no, I knew that you had a very good research team. I knew you had a tremendous journalistic aptitude, but I did not know that you were Antaryami. So to understand what I'm feeling, to understand what I'm going to speak is just awesome. Nevertheless, I know what I have to say. I know what I have to believe on. The Honorable Supreme Court of India gave a conditional bail to Mr. Arvind Kejriwal for the purposes of election campaigning, and that's that. And what Mr. Rahul Gandhi was trying to say that there is an inherent prejudice against the tribals, and I don't think he's wrong in saying that. As far as Guru Prakash Ji Paswan said right now that Congress and the India Alliance cannot tolerate.
Piyush, what he said was.
Who's the first citizen of India? The
Piyush,
Rahul
Gandhi said, and I'm completely aware. And by the way, I have a very good research team, but I don't even need a research team for something like this. This is elementary stuff. A 55-year-old man goes and
being
says...
Being Antaryami is elementary stuff. Then this is awesome.
A 55-year-old man says that Rahul Gandhi, he says that the courts are partial in their judgments when it comes to Kejriwal and Hemant Soren. That is the sum total, isn't it, Subrashta, what he has said. You don't have to be Antaryami to understand that, Piyush. You have to have little more than average intelligence.
Arnab, I know you must be having an IQ of around 160 or 170.
Around that much, maybe higher.
maybe 200, maybe, the exceptional IQ levels are, comparable to Einstein you might be having, and I agree to that. But what I'm trying to say, I did not say that you are trying to interpret Rahul Gandhi's sentence and his statements, and that's why you are.
No, what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is that
quite presumptuously.
Piyush, when the Supreme Court rejected Hemant Soren's bail plea, do you know why they rejected it? Because they found inconsistencies and the evidence of fact hiding in the petition filed before the court, and it says that your client was acting. We doubt that your client was acting in bona fide. You are coming to the court with blameworthy conduct. That means you have done something so bad that even prima facie we found you worthy of blame. Does Rahul Gandhi understand English or law, anything? Or is he sitting with 5-6 chamchas who agree with whatever he says? I'm not using strong language. No, Subrashta. No. We are saying as Subrashta that the Supreme Court found a watertight case against Soren and Kejriwal. It is just that it gave a 2 to 3 week holiday to Kejriwal and is going right back. But where's the Adivasi angle here, Subrashta?
I think, Arnab, for the first time in Rahul Gandhi's entire political career, he's pretty clear on what he wants to do.
Yeah.
But Aam Aadmi Party perhaps is not. Kejriwal, in front of the entire country, has basically ditched the India alliance and said that Congress alone is going full throttle in these elections. But look at the desperation of the India partners. They are desperately trying to latch on to Rahul Gandhi's words, uttering here what he has not said. What he has said and what he has made very clear is Arvind Kejriwal. He does not like Arvind Kejriwal. And I'll tell you why. Let me dig a little deeper and psychoanalyze Rahul Gandhi's behavior. Rahul Gandhi is insecure of any young political leader who can challenge him and who can challenge the might of Mr. Modi. In Rahul Gandhi's imaginary world, he feels that Kejriwal can be a force against Mr. Modi, which is why he wants to finish Kejriwal's political career, and that is why he made the comment that he made today. Now, let us understand, Arnab, what is actually going on. What is going on is that the seats on which Delhi, Delhi is going for polls very soon this weekend. And Arvind Kejriwal knows that there is a tough competition on many of the seats with Aam Aadmi Party. What he has said is a clarion call to his own karyakartas. But what Aam Aadmi Party is not able to comprehend and perhaps make sense of is, how do you walk out of this political quagmire? Now, when I said that Rahul Gandhi for the first time in his life has some unprecedented clarity, it was a sarcastic comment. Because on the eve of elections, why would you want to completely dismantle the supposedly unique fabric that you have built for the alliance? Why would you want to do that? And this is a very dangerous trend, by the way, Arnab, to not just discredit the supreme institution of this country, which is the judiciary, but also to go ahead and look for Adivasi and caste angle in a routine
no, this
court
is because
judgment.
It's the only angle he has, Subrashta, in this election. In this election, otherwise, in fact, I'll tell you, Pankaj, in life, Rahul Gandhi has no real angle on anything. He has no purpose. All he wants to do, he wants to divide India to rule. Somebody has told him that if you divide India successfully on caste, tribal, community, Muslim, hype up and then become a Muslim party and then add to the Muslim party a little bit of SC, ST, OBC, you will become Prime Minister.
Isn't the Prime Minister dividing? The Prime Minister's statements are getting insane by the day.
No, see, where is the caste angle here?
What is the Prime Minister doing? Is the Prime Minister talking sense?
Tell me one thing. Well made.
Piyush, may I ask you a question?
Go on.
I'm sure you're not a Narendra Modi fan. So let me put this question to you. If you feel that Mr. Modi is trying to divide the country, are you trying to say that the alternate politics of Aam Aadmi Party or alternate politics of Congress is actually replicate what Mr. Modi is trying to do?
Even you give that aside, Subrashta. You're giving the other side too much credit. I'm saying that Rahul Gandhi has said that the Supreme Court is casteist and anti-tribal. Guru Prakash Pass, now you will have to prove it. You have made a statement, you have to prove it. There are today 795 judges in High Courts, 34 judges in the Supreme Court, and 16,000, if I am not mistaken, some 400 plus judges, Guru Prakash Paswan in the subordinate judiciary. So total of some maybe 18,000 judges in this country are all casteist and anti-tribal. This is the statement he's made. Now he is making the statement knowledgeably. No, he is making the statement with full intent. His eyes are open. He appears to be awake. And he's going around saying, look here, you know, you can't pass exams because the examiners are upper caste. You are lower caste. They will make you fail the exam. Don't trust them. Don't believe them. Fight against them. Let there be violence. Attack them. Then one day he goes and says that, you know, the Supreme Court is anti-certain people because they are from the Adivasi community. Hate the Supreme Court. Attack the Supreme Court. I'll divide you. Then he goes and says to Muslims, don't worry. When I come, I will give you Muslim quota. Right?
Okay,
and
so, you know, the government is...
No, I'm saying that what is... No, sum total, sum total. Piyush, everyone on. Piyush, sum total, this election, Rahul Gandhi has become a desperado. He's gone completely crazily desperate. He doesn't know what's going on. 5 phases over, 6th, 7th, he's losing badly. Last card, caste card, Muslim cards, caste card, tribal card. That's all the cards that he's got. He's got no other card. Oh, he's got a Nana Nani card. He's got a Mummy Nana Nani card. I am the system card.
Why do you want to create this narrative?
Pankaj, I am not. Pankaj, did he not say? कल नहीं बोला उन्होंने मैं जब से पैदा हुआ था मैं सिस्टम में हूँ कौन ऐसी बात करता है?
He said, I know the system.
नहीं, जब से मैं पैदा हुआ था मैं सिस्टम में हूँ. नहीं. Guru Prakash Paswan, you heard that?
That means
Guru Prakash Paswan, you heard that?
This means I have seen the system.
नहीं.
I have observed the system.
No.
He didn't say that I was the system.
No, he didn't say that. 1 minute. Guru Prakash Paswan. We are analyzing the crazy statements of Rahul Gandhi. Another one has come tonight. Paswan.
No, the problem is, Arnab, that both the speakers from the other side, they are trying to say Rahulji was trying to convey this, Rahulji was trying to convey this. For
he
God's
doesn't know
sake,
what he's trying to convey.
Please stop babysitting Mr. Rahul Gandhi.
Yeah.
Mr. Rahul Gandhi, a 15-year-old baby, he does not require babysitting. What he was trying to say, he is able to convey. He has said it. I am the system.
No, because you are trying to put your words into...
I have seen the system.
You are trying
My Nani
to put
was
your
Prime
words
Minister of this
into his
country.
mouth.
My father was Prime Minister of this country.
You are
My mother,
saying
as
what
a
he
chairman
never
of the
said.
NEWSMAKERS, was leading the country.
Prime Minister, right?
I was born in the system. I am the system. So please stop defending Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Will you please, for God's sake, stop babysitting Mr. Rahul Gandhi? I was saying a simple point. The problem is, Arnab,
You deliberately
that Mr. Rahul
want to
Gandhi
create a
on 5th of
narrative.
June, take this from me in writing.
You want to create an atmosphere at the time of election.
I say Election Commission of India is casteist.
That is why you are twisting every word.
Okay, I'll take it even more specific. I'll take it even more specific. There was a Piyush, a 2-judge bench that gave judgments in Kejriwal and Soren case. Out of these 2 benches, one of the justices in both the benches is common. His name is Justice Dipankar Datta. Earlier, he was in the Bombay High Court. I am asking you, is Justice Dipankar Datta casteist? Is Justice Dipankar Datta anti-Adivasi? Is he anti-Adivasi?
To the best of my knowledge, the Honorable Supreme Court is always unbiased in pronouncing its judgment.
No. Then why did Rahul Gandhi say that?
I don't think they are biased.
Then why did Rahul Gandhi say that? Because he wants to divide India?
I think
because he wants to divide India. Why did he say that? You can't say one thing. You see, there is a channel called Republic. हम इधर उधर से सब जगह से खबर लिखते हैं. We keep information who says what. You know, and we get these clips and we put them on air.
Davos and said 600 crore people of India voted for him. Was the Prime Minister saying exactly that 600 crore people of India voted for him? When the Prime Minister said
No, what are you trying to say? I mean, 1 second. 1 minute. Should the Prime Minister go to Davos and say the people of Switzerland voted for him or the people of India voted for him?
I am sure Mr. Paswan is not babysitting the Prime Minister. So was the Prime Minister trying to communicate in exactly the same words what he is trying to say? Go with the central idea, yaar. All he is trying to say that, you know, the system is prejudiced against the lower caste, and it has been for very long. And that is the divide he is trying to bridge, not he is not trying to create a divide.
Rahul Gandhi makes a statement. Why do we have to hear every time Rahul Gandhi makes a statement, Arnab? Why do we have to hear 4 analysts telling us what is he trying to say? Well, he said it. He said something, it is live. Those words
Because
are
you
right
try
there.
to create a
Why do
wrong
we
narrative.
interpret it?
Because that is the problem. You try to create a wrong narrative. You know.
No, the guy has gone completely cuckoo here. I mean, please understand here, Piyush, the guy's gone completely cuckoo here. He sees caste in everything. If today somebody gives him a glass of water, he will take it or not take it depending on who is giving him the glass of water. He will look at everyone. If someone says good morning to him, the first thing he'll ask him, what is your caste? He sees caste in everything. You see, the problem is with this privileged background. Zameen se to koi lena dena nahi hai inka. पता नहीं कोई रैफल्स कॉलेज या कोई पता नहीं कोई कॉलेज फ्लोरिडा में सी कैटेगरी कॉलेज में पढ़ाई लिखाई इन्होंने की है अमेरिका में, हमको क्या पता. बट दिस इज सर्टेनली अ पर्सन हु डज नॉट अंडरस्टैंड द कंट्री. लेट मी टेल यू, द सुप्रीम कोर्ट फाउंड एक्सक्लूजन ऑफ शेड्यूल कास्ट, शेड्यूल ट्राइब्स एंड ओबीसीज फ्रॉम द इकोनॉमिकली वेलफेयर EWS, इकोनॉमिकली वीकर सेक्शन रिजर्वेशन ऑफ वायलेशन ऑफ द राइट टू इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटी. इट हैपेंड ऑन 7 November 2022. Was that because the Supreme Court was biased against SC/STs? Yeah, you see, Rahul Gandhi thinks people of the country are foolish. That's why he talks down to them. Have you ever seen how he talks? ऐसे बात करते हैं दूसरों के साथ जैसे सब बच्चे हैं, कुछ पता नहीं है उनको, जाके गांव में जाके लोगों को समझाना पड़ता है. मैं आपको बोलता हूं कभी कभी पंकज जी, आप लोगों के चेहरा देखिए जब राहुल गांधी बात कर रहे हैं, इंडल्जेंट चेहरा, जैसे बच्चा बोलता है ना, कुछ भी बोलता है और बड़े आके खड़े होते हैं, हाँ बेटा बहुत अच्छा बोला. That is the way people look at him, in a patronizing way. But at the end of the day, Supreme Court has reserved verdict on whether state governments can make sub-classification in the SC/ST quota. Is that because the Supreme Court is casteist? The Supreme Court believes that a scheduled tribe woman is entitled to an equal share in inherited tribal land. Is the court saying that because it's anti-tribal? The Supreme Court went out of its way to protect a tribal woman's dignity in the case of Manipur. Is it because the Supreme Court is anti-tribal? ये भ्रम फैलाना, यू सी पंकज, लोगों को बेवकूफ बनाना, झूठ बोलना, झूठ बोल के भड़काना और ये समझना कि लोग बेवकूफ हैं, आपके झूठ को नहीं पकड़ेंगे. अरे पंकज, पकड़ के लाया हूं इधर लोगों के सामने, सब सपोर्ट करते हैं रिपब्लिक को. ये झूठ बोलना बंद करें. और उनको लगता है, you know what he said, Guru Prakash, do you hear the recent video where he said that in America, when white people were writing the paper, blacks failed the paper. And when blacks wrote the paper, whites failed the paper. People are looking at him like you are gone crazy or what? And then he says the same thing in India, that Agniveer, if you are a Muslim, you can only be Agniveer, you can't be an officer. Did you hear that, Guru Prakash Paswan? कितना झूठ बोलते हैं. और पंकज शर्मा और पीयूष हर रात आके डिफेंड करते हैं इन झूठों को, इन झूठ को. Am I wrong?
You know, he made a statement. In that particular statement, you conveniently forgotten that he mentioned the economically weaker general caste as well. You know, you frame that particular sentence as it suits you, so that it suits your narrative. You can propagate that narrative further on, and you can portray him as
I am not portraying.
Person.
Okay.
The truth is,
Guru Prakash is responding.
That he has made a name for himself. He has made a name for himself
yes.
based on the connect with he has with people after the Bharat Jodo Yatra. So your Pappu narrative is not fitting on him anymore, because he has communicated.
You are defending a man who is questioning why Kejriwal is out for 2 weeks.
And he has never said that Supreme Court is biased, you know, in as many words.
In so as many words?
It's just not there. You know, what you're trying to find there is just not there.
Guru Prakash.
Piyush ji, Arnab. Piyush ji, you seem like a gentleman, you are an intellectual, and you usually speak sense. Let me make this very clear, that Supreme Court in its entire history is most representative and most diverse today in the reign of Bharatiya Janata Party. Please go and check the social profile of the judges in the Supreme Court of India today. Point number 1. Point number 2, your designation says you are pro Aam Aadmi Party, and you are saying that the system is prejudiced against the 90%. I asked you a question tonight. You are pro Aam Aadmi Party. You give me name of 2 SC, ST, OBC women leaders from Aam Aadmi Party. आप मुझे 2 SC, ST, OBC महिला नेताओं का आम आदमी पार्टी का नाम बता दीजिए, मैं स्वीकार कर लूंगा. How diverse is your institution? How representative is your institution? I want to ask you tonight. I want to ask Mr. Piyush of Aam Aadmi Party, who is an Aam Aadmi Party sympathizer. Let me put this on record. Aam Aadmi Party in its entire history never sent a SC, ST or OBC to the Rajya Sabha, sir. You have 10 MPs to Rajya Sabha, and never in the history have you sent a single SC, a single ST and single OBC to the Rajya Sabha. And you are coming on Arnab show and giving us gyan on SC, ST, OBC. You are coming on this show and giving gyan on social justice. You are coming here and giving gyan on constitution. You are coming here and defending Mr. Rahul Gandhi, who has gone rogue. Mr. Rahul Gandhi is exactly the systemic prejudice. He is the face of systemic prejudice that exists in India today. He is the face of exclusion. He is the face of elite arrogance. He is the face of the elite feudalism and the rot that exactly is wrong with the system today, Mr. Piyush. That is precisely our point. You abuse the first ever Adivasi ki beti who reaches the highest constitutional office in the country. You abuse a man from humble origin, from extremely backward class, who has become one of the most powerful prime minister on a daily basis. And you are coming here and giving gyan of social justice. This is just beyond my comprehension.
Why the President of India did not participate in the Pran Pratishtha Mahotsav of Ram Mandir? Why the President of India did not participate?
She went to the Garbhagriha. She went to the Garbhagriha, boss. Where are you headed? And you answer my question, no. You give me names of 2 SC, ST, OBC women in Aam Aadmi Party. आप बताइए मुझे जवाब मैं मान लूंगा. आप बताइए पीयूष जी, अपने पार्टी के 2 SC, ST, OBC महिला नेताओं के नाम बताइए, मैं स्वीकार कर लूंगा. लाइव टेलीविजन पे अर्नब के शो पे आपको चैलेंज देता हूं.
The plate for 9 o'clock debate before I go to the link for the next. I would just make one small point. You know, Rahul Gandhi should understand that he has himself got such good judgments so often from the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court gave Rahul Gandhi relief in the Modi surname case. Right? Remember when he went on a abusive spree. So the Supreme Court has been very indulgent of Rahul Gandhi in the past. Is it because Rahul Gandhi is an upper caste? Is it because Rahul Gandhi is an upper caste? Is it because he's a privileged upper caste? Very rich upper caste? Is that why the Supreme Court gave him relief in the Modi surname case? Is that why it gave him relief? Kyun Pankaj? Supreme Court said, upper caste Rahul Gandhi, help him. Huh? Why are you looking like that? Answer me. Did Rahul Gandhi get relief in the Modi surname case from the Supreme Court because he is upper caste?
When you deliberately interpret things in this way,
you don't like my saying Rahul Gandhi is upper caste, is it?
You are.
Or you don't like me, the example I give?
See, everyone in the country understands why are you doing this? Why do you do this every evening?
Don't have to doubt my intentions.
Why do you create these
I am asking you,
narratives?
it's a question, did Rahul Gandhi get relief in the Modi surname case from the Supreme Court because he is a privileged upper caste? Just say. This is one of those gotcha moments, ladies and gentlemen, gotcha moments on the debate. And I can say I am loving it. I'll take a 30-second Securite commercial break, and when I come back, I'll tell you why Nandigram is going to be the place which saw the emergence of Mamta, and it is going to see the decline of Mamta in only 30 seconds.
Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Powered by Vimal, Polo Zuban Kesari.
सब कहते हैं चावल तो चावल होता है, पर नहीं, जब दावत चुना तो फर्क दिखा।
दावत चुनोगे तो फर्क दिखेगा।
To create the big dream, the world comes together at Sharda University.
Now, back to the debate.
First, the mass rape of women in Sandesh Khali, and now 2 brutal murders targeting BJP workers in Nandigram. They said Sandesh Khali would be Mamta's Nandigram, but ironically, Nandigram itself, which is the center of a mass agitation which Mamta piggybacked on to come to power and become chief minister, same Nandigram is today the epicenter of huge anti-Mamata Banerjee protests.
West Bengal is on the boil. After Sandesh Khali, tensions in Nandigram. On Wednesday night, a BJP worker killed, 7 others injured. And then the political unrest. Shops torched, roads blocked.
बहुत दुख की बात है और ये तो खून संतरास का ये सरकार है, पार्टी भी वैसा ही है और ये अडॉप्ट किया है कम्युनिस्ट से, तो यहाँ से ये लोग नहीं निकाल पा रहा है और मैं समझता हूँ अभी भी इसको मैं निंदा करता हूँ और जितना जल्दी हो जो कल्प्रिट है उनको अरेस्ट किया जाए।
देखिए ये पूरी तरीके से टीएमसी की जालसाजी है, टीएमसी की करतूत है। वो चाहते हैं कि बंगाल में, नंदीग्राम में, तमलुक में भय का वातावरण बना रहे, जिससे जो वोटर्स है वो वोटर्स देने के लिए नहीं निकले। इससे टीएमसी को लाभ होगा, इसके लिए कोशिश है।
The BJP has demanded a CBI investigation.
আপনারা খুনিদের সঙ্গে খুনি মিটিং করেছেন শামসুল এবং আল রাজির সঙ্গে। না না ঠিক আছে, আপনি কি করেছেন আপনারা ল এন্ড অর্ডার আমি বলবো না, আমি বলবো শিডিউল কাস্ট পরিবারের বাবা সাহেব আম্বেদকর তাদেরকে প্রোটেকশন দিয়েছে, এসসিদের খুন করছে তৃণমূলের গুন্ডারা। আপনি আল রাজির সঙ্গে আপনার আইসি মিটিং করছে এখানে শামসুলের সঙ্গে। আমরা এফআইআর যা দিয়েছি এফআইআর নম্বর দিন তারপর।
In retaliation, the Trinamool Congress blocked the Tripura Chief Minister Manik Saha in Kolkata. Every phase, every election in Bengal has been marred by violence. How will Mamata tonight justify Nandigram?
Ladies and gentlemen, I have with me Niladri Bhattacharya and Anirban Banerjee backing the Trinamool Congress, and Guru Prakash and Subrashta continue on the debate. Sixth phase of polling will happen. Who killed Rothibara Ari from the Sonachara village? Who killed Rothibara Ari from the Sonachara village? The whole of Nandigram is rising up against Mamata Banerjee now. Mark my words, Anirban, she will lose, not lose, she will lose badly. The Trinamool Congress will be wiped out from large parts of Bengal. Only people like you will sit in studios in Kolkata and hope to be the last people standing up for the Trinamool Congress.
This is the same very words. These are the same very words you used to tell me before 21 assembly elections. These are the same very words you're telling me right now.
Yes.
And this will be the same very words you will again tell me before the 26 assembly elections, and yet the results will be the same.
Yeah, I told you before the 21 assembly elections.
Conspiracy
I told you before the 21 elections. You may also remind yourself what I told you before the 2019 elections. I told you that you will lose half the seats. Almost half the seats in Bengal you will lose. You lost 18 seats to the BJP. This time I am telling you, you will lose more than half.
That was
what?
That was because of the CPIM transferring its votes to the BJP.
You are going to lose your arrogant.
Congress retained its own vote percentage.
So you are seeing these pictures.
In 2024, the CPIM is going to improve on its votes percentage. The BJP will be reduced to single digit.
You and CPIM all fighting for the Muslim vote.
This.
You're going to divide the 30% Muslim vote among yourselves.
It doesn't matter how much BJP and its ecosystem attempts to mislead the people. We have seen what happened in
I see the
Sandesh
pictures from Nandigram. I say tonight, and Niladri and Guru Prakash Paswan, I understand Bengal. People who don't understand history will see history being repeated. Mamata Banerjee's fall began with Sandesh Khali, and the decline will end in Nandigram. The complete and total decline. There is going to be no improvement after that. Abhishek will not be able to handle things. Abhishek can keep managing the police.
The cat of Sandesh Khali is
Abhishek can
anyway
only
out
manage
of the
police.
bag.
But even the police will not help him.
The BJP leaders themselves are distancing themselves from the Sandesh Khali issue.
Nobody
the BJP leaders are not mentioning Sandesh Khali anymore.
You people don't feel for the mass rape of women. This is normal for you. Niladri, you see the pictures there.
The women themselves came out and said those were false complaints that they were forced to lodge because of the BJP leaders.
Nobody said anything.
The women.
Nobody follows sting operations
on camera. If
organized by. Nobody watches sting operations of channel who nobody watches. Anyway, now Niladri. Niladri.
So where is Gangadhar Koyal?
Niladri, don't you see the anger of the people, or you don't care about it? Can I run the pictures slightly larger? Get away from the forward window. Niladri is responding. Niladri. What is happening in Nandigram? Can you unmute yourself, Niladri?
There is a very, we can see that people are rising up. But the question is, at the time of election, there's a person who has been murdered, admittedly is a BJP worker, but there is one view which is coming up is that the murder is not due to any political rivalry, rather because of a family dispute. That is the first preliminary reports what has come out. And as far as Nandigram is concerned, we have seen our Rajiv Banerjee going there today and being greeted with go back slogans, but he has admitted that Nandigram is the base of the leader of opposition. It is his turf. Mamata herself has lost the election in that area. So it is an area which is controlled by the BJP, which is controlled by them, and due to a family dispute, this murder has happened. Let the police investigate.
No,
the leader of opposition has asked for a CBI
okay, one minute. Guru Prakash will respond to that. He is the BJP national spokesperson. I want to understand your logic. I want to understand how people like you and Anirban come on television, despite being well educated, and say this is a family dispute. On what basis are you saying it's a family dispute? Can you name one person who has completed an investigation which proves it's a family dispute? Which investigation says it's a family dispute? You have unmuted yourself. You mute yourself. Please unmute. Who says it's a family dispute? I think Guru Prakash, let's go on that point. I can't hear you. Can you come back on air? I can't even see you right now. I'm talking to. Yeah.
Coming out.
So in which court of law was Sandesh Khali incident?
One minute. Who said it's a family dispute?
In which court
Who
of
said
law
it's a family dispute?
No. In which court of law?
No. 1 minute.
Any allegation against Trinamool or Congress?
Don't be so arrogant, Anirban. Your arrogance is going to be blown away very soon.
No, if you are
You'll be on your knees
for
politically.
this, whatever Niladrida said. So what doesn't
I'm
matter
saying to
whatever you might say,
only. Can you stop interrupting? You got a bad habit. I'm saying here, I am responding to Niladrida, and because he's a lawyer unlike you, he's of a more reasonable and rational temperament. I'm asking Niladrida only. আরে তোমার কি অসুবিধা হচ্ছে আমি জিজ্ঞেস করছি না তুমি কেন মাঝখানে কথা বলছো রনির্বাণ আমি ওনাকে জিজ্ঞেস করছি সব সময় এরকম ভাবে করতে নেই বাবা এরকম করো না 1 মিনিট দাঁড়াও নীলাদ্রিদা আমাকে বলুন আই এম আস্কিং নীলাদ্রিদা you said family dispute. So, you know, in 2007, you know what was happening in Nandigram? 14 people were killed. There were farmers and state police which were fighting. At that time, what if the left had said it's a family dispute? You know, the way
left had used all their
So this is the same. No. Left never said it's a family dispute.
But it could not succeed. See, Arnab, ultimately we must understand it is the people's will.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, how did you say it's a family dispute?
At the end of the day,
no, but why are you people giving this angle, Niladrida? It's a family dispute.
But the preliminary investigation, what has come out, what has been reported in the
whose preliminary investigation?
Maybe a family dispute.
Whose preliminary investigation?
We have seen it in the NDTV.
Whose preliminary investigation?
This is the first reaction.
Whose preliminary investigation, sir?
The police, definitely
the
the police.
38-year-old lady who has lost her life,
let the CBI come.
and several people who are locked up in hospital because Trinamool people came out with sharp-edged weapons. You know, swords? The version I have is that Trinamool people came out. I have been told, I have not authenticated it, Trinamool people were there, there were sharp-edged weapons, they were saying Khala Hobe, and they went on a rampage. I have not authenticated this, but now you tell me.
No, all of these reports have already come
Okay,
in that there was a mob
Paswan.
violence. There was a mob violence where the BJP supporters went on a rampage, and we see
Arnab,
the visuals of the RAF and the police
it's very important
trying to
for
bring
us
the law and
to
order under
understand
control.
and have a sense of history. And I'm so glad that you mentioned May 2nd, 2021. We still remember, the nation remembers May 2nd, 2021, and it still shocks us to our core. It shocks our conscience that the kind of violence that was unleashed on the streets of West Bengal in the name of Khela Hobe, the taandav of violence, the anarchy, the lawlessness, that even the Calcutta High Court had to say that there is no rule of law in West Bengal. There is a law by the ruler. So I think what West Bengal is today, Bihar was in 1995. Today, West Bengal 2024 is nothing but Bihar 1995. The jungle raj, the lawlessness, the anarchy, the culture of violence that has perpetrated by the Trinamool Congress government in West Bengal is absolutely unconstitutional and unpardonable. You, my friend from TMC, was saying that Sandesh Kholi, we still remember, a TMC office bearer, Shah Jahan, was openly moving around for 55 days. For 55 days on the streets of Sandesh Kholi, we saw he was the mastermind behind the sexual tortures of Dalit and Adivasi women. That is precisely your problem.
Please get your
For the
facts
first time, I
correct,
saw that a
please get your
TMC
facts
spokesperson
correct.
is happy with the fact that CPIM ka vote percentage बढ़ रहा है. This is the state of the opposition. This is the state of the India Alliance leadership. Mamata Banerjee, who built their entire politics against CPIM, today we have a spokesperson from that political party who is rejoicing, who is celebrating the fact that CPIM ka vote share बढ़ रहा है. This is your state of affairs, Mr. Anirban Banerjee. This is the state of affairs of Trinamool Congress in the state of West Bengal. And let me make this very clear. Come 4th of June, please be prepared for a shock.
This is another story. This is another story manufactured by you people. But no matter whatever you try, no matter what you try, Guruji, no matter what you try,
you would be surprised by the Janadesh which would be given by the
people out. You are not going to, you are not going to score.
If you are so confident, I want to take this further.
Again.
No, since your argument basically, essentially, your argument, Anirban, and I'll take a response from Subrashta at the end. Your argument to everything is, oh, but we have won the election. We have won the election. Okay. So let me use your argument and ask Subrashta. Subrashta, Anirban's justification to everything that is happening in Bengal, the mass rape in Sandesh Khali, we have won the election. We can rape women. Nandigram murders, we have won the election. We can kill people in Nandigram. ISKCON, Ramakrishna Mission, and even Bharat Sevashram being targeted, we have won the elections, we'll target Bharat Sevashram. Then by that logic, I should ask him that if you were to lose the Lok Sabha election, as in, if you were to get less than 22 seats, which means you would have the minority of seats, 21 or under seats in Bengal, then should Mamata Banerjee wind up the government and quit? Because then you don't even have the mandate of the people. You can't justify rape and murder after that. It's a logical, I mean, if that's your justification for everything, that we are winning elections, if you lose the Lok Sabha election, then you should quit. You can't justify the mayhem after that, Subrashta?
Absolutely. And Arnab, let's also understand that this is a party.
One more from Singapore.
कभी राजस्थान, कभी सिंगापुर, इतनी छुट्टियां अफोर्ड कैसे कर लेते हो?
अंकल आपने तो अपना स्वीट होम कब से नहीं छोड़ा? बुक नाउ ऑन अगोड़ा। पाइए कमाल के प्राइसेस अक्रॉस 3.9 मिलियन होटल्स एंड होमस्टेज। अगोड़ा, दुनिया देखो कम दाम में।
They have tried to make a whole gender, take a whole gender angle to it. Imagine all of them are absolutely quiet. Whenever there is an instance of violence against a woman karyakarta from any political party in West Bengal, which is of course other than the TMC, there is not even a word that comes from the feminists of the TMC. Now today, what has happened in Nandigram is just a leaf from a series of chapters that Bengal has started to chronicle right after Mamata Banerjee came to power this election. Prior to that also it was happening, but I think it has intensified in the run-up to Lok Sabha elections. And it is going to intensify further. Let me make this prediction right here. It is going to intensify further in the state elections because law and order, which is a state subject, is absolutely out of Mamata Banerjee's control, is absolutely out of the West Bengal government's control. Law and order is suppliant at the hands of certain pockets.
I think Mamata should watch what's happening in Nandigram very closely. She's not reading the public mood. These are protests that are not stopping. I also want to highlight here, viewers, that there is a significant amount of police operation that she has launched everywhere. But people are no longer frightened. Ramakrishna Mission, Bharat Sevashram, ISKCON, all targeted by her. They are fighting back. And Mamata Banerjee should understand, people are fighting her back. It's a sign of the times. Viewers, finally, I want to talk about Rahul Gandhi. The way I see it, Rahul Gandhi has a very, very serious problem of comprehension, understanding and knowledge. But when you mix all of this with a dangerous level of desperation, we have the current situation where Rahul Gandhi knows that if he loses this election, he will be out of politics forever. And that is why he is desperate. Watch the 2024 elections. Question to the Supreme Court tonight, will the Supreme Court watch and do nothing? When Rahul Gandhi is accusing the Supreme Court, accusing it directly of caste and community prejudice, should Justice D.Y. Chandrachud not step forward? Should Justice Chandrachud not protect the Supreme Court from these kind of comments? Should the Supreme Court remain a silent observer while Rahul Gandhi lacerates it with lies? Or should Honorable Justice D.Y. Chandrachud intervene and speak up for the Supreme Court? I would love to know, and I'm sure the nation wants to know. Ladies and gentlemen, when I'm back tonight, the story on which we have not found flaws, not found inconsistencies, but where we have found a systemic bias against the people of India. The Pune Porsche case, and why I think it reflects a lot when I am back.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Powered by Vimal, Polo Zuban Kesari. Co-powered by Simpolo. Tile ho to Simpolo.
Amity University has one of India's largest merit scholarship programs for brilliant students. Over 9,000 students with 90% plus in their 12th boards are currently at Amity, benefiting from the culture of academic excellence and focus on research and innovation. To be with like-minded students who want to be successful, apply at amity.edu/scholarships.
भारत हम चल पड़े किस जुनून किस शान से जन्नत नुमा कश्मीर से आसाम के बागान से दिल्ली का लहड़पन लिए यूपी के खलिहान से महाराष्ट्र से गुजरात से कर्नाटक से राजस्थान से तब हिंदुस्तान मिले हिंदुस्तान से जय हो विजय हो देश हो विदेश हो जय के हो जब हिंदुस्तान मिले हिंदुस्तान से जय हो जब हिंदुस्तान मिले हिंदुस्तान से
जेके टायर देश का टायर
where the software engineer meets the cool UI UX designer to create the big dream. The world comes together at Sharda University.
For a country taking bold strides in economic growth and scientific advancement, India's digital success story is a unique study in brilliance. Semiconductors, space tech, EVs, fintechs, health techs, and more. Entrepreneurs driving India's brand new success story deserve a salute. Republic Business is all set to host its first ever Emerging Technology Awards. If you think your work qualifies If you think you could inspire hundreds at home and beyond, do apply or nominate. For more details, log on to www.rbeta.in.
They want to pretend they're reporting the case.
नए यार्डले ड्यूज एग्जॉटिक नेचुरल फ्लावर्स की खुशबू के साथ। यार्डले ड्यूज अब 90% नेचुरली डिराइव्ड, नेचर जैसी फ्रेशनेस हमेशा।
आजमाइए यार्डले बॉडी मिस्ट की नई रेंज।
300-word essay. The grandson is a drunk driver of a 2 crore car, kills 2 innocent professionals. His father tries to fix the system. His grandfather is an expert in fixing the system because he has worked with Chota Rajan. Grandfather who partnered with Mafia Don Chota Rajan to allegedly get a corporator killed by Mafia Don Chota Rajan, and against whom a case is ongoing in Pune. People with money and influence in this country are so used to paying their way, bribing, that even the media has forgotten to ask the basic questions. Why does the media go soft on them? Why is the entire judicial system quiet? So I will ask tonight, even if the rest of the media doesn't, that should their lordships, for whom I have the highest respect, be less judgmental about the media, which serves to amplify the voice of those the system crushes in our country. Therefore, viewers, unless this entire family, the grandson, his father and his grandfather are now taught a right royal lesson, and I know this, no network in this country, but for the Republic Network. No network in this country has the guts to go all out to make an example of this case, so that the fixers of the fixable in this society get thoroughly exposed.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Super Prime Time Max. And tonight, the Republic Media Network stands as the only news network in the country that is truly, through investigative reporting, exposing the precise way in which a super rich family in Pune, with super strong mafia links and super strong political support, successfully manipulated the system, is manipulating the system, and probably bought their way through after one of them killed 2 young professionals under the wheels of his 2 crore Porsche car when he was completely drunk. What is going on, viewers? 90 hours have passed, there is no blood report. There is no blood report result, there is no post-mortem. And I have to come on air every night and remind the Pune Police Commissioner what he should be doing. I understand why the Pune Police Commissioner was so uncomfortable with me last night. It was because he knows that the Republic Media Network and me personally, we will expose the entire police system. The MLA who was warmly welcomed by the Pune police few hours after the accident into the police station, where the super rich super brat was held, has admitted on record to Republic that he was doing so under the instructions of the super brat's mafia-linked grandfather. So Mr. Amitesh Kumar, and I want to hold it here, who's the Pune Police Commissioner, trying to tell me that public representatives can come to do their job. Mr. Commissioner, I have on record today, he was not there to do his job as a public representative. He came as an agent of the accused super rich grandfather. Now, I have given you the information, Mr. Commissioner. What will you do on it? Will you get upset, angry, and walk out? This kind of exposes that Republic is doing proves a direct mafia, businessman, police link. It proves a politician, mafia, police, businessman link. And I think it is time we teach these kind of people these kind of policemen, these kind of politicians, these kind of mafia-linked businessmen a lesson in the law. They try and tell us, don't teach us the law. We have to teach them the law if they pretend not to know it, as far as I am concerned. And I'm a plain-speaking man. The moral of the story in the Pune Porsche case is simple. It is that there is a working relationships between politicians and mafia dons and underworld and businessmen and police in India. There are two specific reports in the next 1 hour that I will put this very nexus into very intense focus. Such intense focus that all these people, mafia, police, politicians, businessmen, all these people are going to get really, really nervous. But before that, the headlines this Thursday evening. Headline number one. In a classic example of the police, the mafia, the loopholes in the system and the political nexus coming together against the citizen, the super rich, super brat case is unraveling on Republic at breakneck speed. After confronting the Pune Police Commissioner, huge admissions on the sinister plot on the denial of justice are on my show tonight. What was the result of the two samples? Was the result of the two samples the same? Was the results, Amitesh ji, of the two samples the same?
The results haven't come. I told you the results is awaited. With the forensic department.
More than 90 hours on, where on earth is the killer super rich super brat's blood report? Where is the postmortem report? Two samples of blood taken, two different hospitals, and what seems to be next level conspiracy that almost got away. 90 hours and counting. How much longer will it take to decipher how much liquor this super brat guzzled before driving daddy's Porsche to crush two innocent professionals? And we were told that this super rich super brat drank himself silly and killed people because he won jubilant celebration of his class 12 results. Now that Republic is on the heels of the story, his lawyer says that the rich Porsche driving brat drank because he was depressed. The top cop says the MLA can troop into the police station anytime he likes because he's a public representative. But tonight, Mr. Commissioner, I have proof that the MLA who's trooped in was on the payrolls of the mafia-linked grandpa of the super rich super brat killer. A deep, decadal long cover-up is set to crack open as the Republic Media Network yanks the lid from how this killer brat's mafia-linked grandpa settled an entire system for over a decade to water down charges against him. The Pandora's box will be opened, forcefully opened, only and only by your network, the Republic Network. And I have a twist tonight. The super rich super brat's driver suddenly makes an entry, and we are told he is being quizzed in the case of a super rich super brat killer. Will there now be a driver behind the wheels, or will the driver spill the beans? At around 2:15 a.m. on the 19th of May, the super rich super brat rammed his 2 crore Porsche into two innocent young professionals in Pune. About 15 hours later, the Juvenile Justice Court mysteriously, indulgently, and I would say suspiciously lets off the super brat. Now, what happened between this time period is particularly curious. When the Republic Media Network confronted Ajit Pawar's MLA Sunil Tingre, he said that he received a call at 3 in the morning from the super rich super brat's mafia grandpa. And by 7 a.m., Tingre was at the police station, and hours later, the bail. All fixing going on, viewers. All fixing. Here is a full investigative report.
A brat, 2 murders on the wheel, and a deep nexus of cover-ups.
You tell me, why were 2 blood samples taken after gap of 4 hours?
I told you why it was taken.
You have told me. You have admitted.
To ensure that there is no tampering.
While you admit that the gap of 4 hours can influence the result.
Primarily to check the DNA sample, that in case the blood which was taken at the first instance was the same of the accused. That was the reason.
What was the result of the 2 samples? Was the result of the two samples the same?
Arnab, there should be no doubt.
Was the results, Amitesh ji, of the two samples the same?
The results haven't come. I told you the results is awaited. It's with the forensic department.
Republic Editor-in-Chief Arnab Goswami's confrontation of the Pune Police Commissioner has shed light on several loopholes in the case.
The most important thing is, especially in cases of this nature, where the question is alcohol and the drugs, the more important sample is not the blood, it's the urine. The urine is the best sample in all these cases. I just wonder why the urine sample was not collected. And secondly, blood sample we do collect. But because of the off-lives of the drugs, especially in question, possibly a cocaine or an LSD or a marijuana, this has got a different off-lives.
When asked if Ajit Pawar's MLA visited the police station, this was the top cop's answer.
Did an NCP MLA from Vadgaon Sheri visit a police station?
He did visit the police station.
Why did he visit a police station? Why was he entertained?
I cannot comment. He was not entertained at all.
Then what did he have to, what was the reason he visited the police station?
See, police station is a public place.
No, sir, it is not a public place for an MLA to intervene. I'm asking you, you can confirm to me, sir, whether the MLA was trying to put pressure on behalf of the killer.
Absolutely not.
So you are giving a clean chit to the MLA?
Pardon?
You are giving a clean chit to the MLA. I believe he was putting pressure.
There is absolutely, I told you, you have to look at the end result. The police.
Sir, I am looking at the process, not the result, Mr. Kumar.
After this explosive confession, Republic's Special Investigation Team questioned Ajit Pawar's MLA, Sunil Tingre.
उसके बाद अग्रवाल का भी फोन आया। अग्रवाल का फोन आने के बाद वहाँ पर जाके हमने पूछा, पुलिस ने जब पीआई आने के बाद उनसे पूरा पूछ के लिया क्या हुआ, उसने बताया कि यहाँ पर ऐसा एक्सीडेंट हुआ।
लेकिन
उसके बाद
ऐसा बताया जा रहा है कि अग्रवाल आपके मित्र हैं।
जी मैं उनके पास काफी, तो 93 से उनके साथ में मैं जॉब करता था, नौकरी करता था, सबसे मेरी पहचान है उनकी, और वो मेरे वोटर भी है।
इस दोस्ती के एवज में आपने पुलिस पर दबाव बनाया, ऐसे भी आरोप लग रहे हैं आपके ऊपर।
वो तो पुलिस से पूछ लीजिए ना सर।
आपने दबाव नहीं बनाया?
कोई दबाव नहीं बनाया।
That it was on the super brat's grandfather's orders that Ajit Pawar's MLA visited the police station. The question is, was the super rich Agarwal family using his close ties with Tingre and the political class to exert pressure on the system? Tonight, what's more damning is the mental health angle that the advocate for the accused has peddled.
Rehabilitation home इसमें रखने का आदेश दिया हुआ है। इस दौरान उनका पूरा एक पैरामीटर सेट किए हुए कि इस 15 दिनों में इन्होंने क्या करना है चाइल्ड इन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट विद लॉ में। उसके लिए एक साइकेट्रिस्ट, साइकोलॉजिस्ट काउंसलिंग, जो भी उसको मेन स्ट्रीम में लाने के लिए जो भी उसको ज़रूरत है मेंटल हेल्थ उसकी ठीक करने की, उसके लिए उन्होंने कुछ डायरेक्शंस दिए हुए। वो सारे डायरेक्शंस कल हम बता पाएंगे, क्योंकि आज स्पीकिंग ऑर्डर या रिटन ऑर्डर नहीं हुई, आज एक ऑपरेटिव पार्ट ऑफ ऑर्डर हुआ है। जब ऑर्डर हमारे हाथ में आएगी सर्टिफिकेट, उसके बारे में हम लोग बात कर पाएंगे।
The hurried bail with soft conditions, visit of a politician to the police, murky response to an investigation, and an unexplainable delay in blood sample reports. Republic Deep investigation is out to expose the super rich super brat.
We have exposed everyone. We have exposed the police also nicely. Now we're exposing this mafia family. And Vikram Singh is with us, Professor Dinesh Rao. Vikram Singh, former DGP. Professor Dinesh Rao is a well-known forensic expert. P.K. Jain is former ADGP of Maharashtra. My first question is to Ashutosh Srivastav, who's a lawyer for this Agarwal family, where the grandfather works with Chota Rajan and the grandson is a drunk super brat, super rich, killer, murderer, right? And Ashutosh, I want to start with a broad question. How much fixing happened in this case? And how confident was this Agarwal family that they could fix everything?
See, what I can say that at the first instance when this, incidents happened, the FIR was registered at the police station, and FIR was registered under certain sections of Indian Penal Code which are to be applied in such cases. So, see, we all agree that it was an unfortunate incident and there was death of 2 young IT professionals. That cannot be denied.
What do you
And
mean
the entire
accident?
nation
1 minute.
regrets for
Unfortunate
what has
incident? No, 1 minute.
But
First
so
of all,
far as-
Ashutosh, you should use the right language when you are speaking to me. It was a murder. Okay? It
Yes.
was a cold, calculated murder carried out by your client.
Murder.
Yeah. Now.
See, murder.
Now
See,
tell me
first
a
of
few
all,
things. Now
murder
tell me
is
a few
defined
things.
under
Let's not
section
waste
300
time.
of IPC.
We have limited time. We have to use the time well.
Or to call it
Tell
to be
me
a
one
murder,
thing.
it has to be tried.
Yeah. Don't give me standard templated LLB
Yes.
first year replies. You are speaking to me. Please remember. Tell me one thing. If the accident took place at 3 a.m., why was the first blood sample taken at 11 a.m.? Were the police helping him release the liquor from his body? And then a second blood sample is taken after 4 hours from a different hospital. Why? Yesterday, police commissioner confessed on my program.
That I think the No, see, first of all, if we see Section 77 of Juvenile Justice Act has already been implicated against the club, the pub owners and the managers who have served.
Don't try to distract. I'm too experienced a journalist for this. 1 minute. Ashutosh. Ashutosh, this family is very smart. Listen, Ashutosh, listen to me. You're not talking to a novice. I'm very experienced. Okay? You are not going to be able to sustain my interrogation. If I start interrogating in this case, you will crumble, you will cry before me. Now listen to me. Please understand who you are talking to. Don't distract attention from the prime accused. Am I right, Vikram Singh? The prime accused is this boy. You're not a boy. He's 18-year-old. That is the prime accused. Now what they are trying to do is,
now you are right.
They will talk about the, they will talk about
actually.
the, 1 minute, they will talk about the father, they will talk about grandfather, they'll talk about everyone except the boy. The whole system is trying to save the boy. The grandfather who's a link to a mafia don is a guarantor of his good conduct. Father, the whole angle being put is, and stories are being leaked. Father made a mistake by letting his son drive the car. So put a case against the father. No, I want a case. No. Don't distract attention. Let's focus on the boy. You focus on the super brat.
Yes.
Focus on the super brat.
I am focusing on the boy only. Please allow me to speak for a moment. I will explain you. See, first of all, whether you consider this boy, this accused as juvenile or not. If you consider this accused as a juvenile, then in that case, you know, the father has already been implicated in the case under Section 75 of the Juvenile Justice Act. And also the pub owners, the managers have been implicated under Section 77
you're doing me a favor.
Of the Juvenile Justice Act. 1 minute, let me explain.
I don't want to talk about the pub owner. I don't want to talk about the father. I want to talk about the killer. I don't distract attention from the killer. Please understand the seriousness.
Wrinkle resistant, stretchable, smart try. Tech Pro by Blackberries.
Right now I will talk about the killer boy. Your entire purpose. Your purpose is to your purpose is you must be your purpose is your purpose Ashutosh. No, your purpose is, allow me to complete. I understand the psychology.
You tell me whether you consider the accused as juvenile or an adult. Then I will answer. Whether you consider him as a juvenile or accused. You tell me. You tell me whether he was juvenile or an adult.
Have you finished
If he was juvenile, then the police has correctly done the FIR. This is how is the process.
हो गया ना प्रोसेस सिखा दिया ना प्रोसेस अब मैं जवाब देता हूँ हो गया ना आपने सिस्टम सिखा दिया ना अच्छा now let me tell you one thing Mr. Ashutosh Srivastava
now one thing
Mr. Srivastava you please I'm responding to you first now you let me no you asked me a question. You asked me a question, I'm speaking to my viewer. When I'm speaking to my viewer, nobody can disturb me, not even you. Nobody can disturb me. I'm talking to the viewer. I have a relationship with my viewers.
You cannot implicate both the ways.
Okay.
The parent also you want to implicate because you are considering him as a juvenile. And on the other hand, you want to consider him as an adult. And you want to prosecute him separately. This is not possible under the law.
हो गया ना.
How can you prosecute both?
हो गया ना. No,
yes,
can you now you finished? I'm replying. No, I want to reply in 30 seconds and I'm bringing others. Viewers, this is a copybook system that you're seeing on the program. And what is happening here is an attempt by a lawyer to say, let's confound the case. Let us say, is he a juvenile or not a juvenile? Are Baba, if you are 17 years, 11 months, 25 days old, and you have killed 2 people after being drunk on the wheels of a Porsche car, knowingly, after drinking 2 lakh rupees of alcohol in 2 hours, right? Then it's a heinous case. Okay? So there are exceptions there. So don't have to get angry. Second point is, someone will tell you, Vikram Singh is responding here, someone will tell you that you people, you as in like these super rich people feel that you are doing us a favor by saying there is a case against the father, are you not happy? There is a case against the pub owner, are you not happy? Let me tell you, I am not happy or unhappy, I am angry. Do you understand anger? I am angry. I want that boy punished. I want that boy in jail. I want him in jail for the rest of his life. I want him to learn a lesson, and I want to make sure that lawyers like you are not able to take him out, so I want to create a big noise about it. I will prove that your family, your client, sent a politician into a police station to influence the investigation. Your client, the grandfather of the accused, who is a partner of Chota Rajan allegedly, who has worked with the mafia, sent a politician who has confessed to me. I have the confessional statement of the politician. I work faster than the police, sir. I work faster than the police. I have got a confessional statement of the politician saying, exact time, he says 3 o'clock, 1 minute, he says 3 o'clock, grandfather calls me and says, kuch karo. And then the politician says, I am a servant of the businessman. I went, main to unka naukar tha. I went to the police station to help him. And the police tells me, police commissioner tells me, I am not obliged to tell you, Arnab Goswami. Police commissioner tells me, I don't know, I am not obliged to tell you why the politician came. You are obliged to tell me. Anger is growing across the country, Mr. Agarwal. You can't defend your client in these situations anymore. Vikram Singh is on the debate. We'll open the case apart. We'll open it up. Isko to khol ke rakhenge. Vikram Singh, please unmute yourself. Time for you to come in.
Let's open it.
We'll open it. We are opening it. No. Chalo, you versus me.
You open it and I will answer each and every question.
Answer se kya? Are jail mein rahega aapka client. His grandfather will also be in jail within 1 month. You see?
jail mein hi hai na.
अरे जेल में उसके ग्रैंडफादर को भेजो ना, छोटा राजन का जो पार्टनर है, छोटा राजन के साथ, छोटा राजन को जिसने सुपारी दी थी उसको भी अंदर भेजो ना, जो आदमी उसके ग्रैंडफादर ने छोटा राजन को सुपारी दी थी कि नहीं? Had his grandfather, did his grandfather pay छोटा राजन? A man who paid Chota Rajan, Vikram Singh, please unmute yourself, is standing as a moral guarantor for his killer grandson's conduct.
No, that's...
What that? Vikram Singh, please. Can't hear you, Vikram Singh. I need to get your audio in. Ladies and gentlemen, many people calling once again. Can you hear me, sir? Vikram ji, I can't hear you. I can't hear you at all. I'm going to get in Professor Dinesh Rao right now into the case. Professor Dinesh Rao. There is the way the samples of the blood were taken. Accident takes place at 3 a.m. Blood sample is taken 7 to 8 hours later. What would be the influence on the sample? Urine sample not collected. What would be the implication of that in a case like this?
Yes, Arnab, see, the percentage of the alcohol or the amount of alcohol is depending on the time of consumption and the time of collection of sample. See, rate of metabolism of alcohol, we say, is 15 milligrams per 100 ml per hour. So, depending on that, definitely if it has been collected nearly 7 hours back, 7 hours later, there are a lot of chances that the percentage of alcohol consumed at the time of accident and the time of collection, there is a lot of variation, and the amount reflected on the results will definitely add up to the crime. That is the one possibility. And secondly, the urine samples are not collected. See, when urine samples are not collected, especially if there is a suspicion or the possibility of drugs, definitely the metabolites after 7 hours found in the blood is most unlikely, especially drugs like cocaine and LSDs may not be reflected in the blood sample 7-8 hours after the consumption. But whereas in the urine sample, definitely there will be a possibility of finding those metabolites and confirmation of the consumption of those drugs. And besides that, the recent consumption is from the blood and urine samples, whereas the air sample is another very good sample to confirm the past consumption of drugs.
So would you say?
So here I see that I didn't hear about the
Would you say
urine
that
and
the police has knowingly failed to do what it needs to do from a forensic angle to prove a watertight case against the killer? If it wanted to, it could have, but it chose not to.
Yes, that's what it is more obvious because the samples, one thing is what you pointed out is there's 2 places the sample collection. This is something highly suspicious, which never happened in my history of medical legal practice.
And why would the samples, Professor Rao, be given to, the police commissioner told me that 2 samples were given at a gap of 4 hours to check some DNA angle in this. Would that be necessary? And would it not have to be given to the same hospital? Would you deliberately take a second sample after 4 hours, send it to a third hospital to check some DNA angle in this? Or is the police commissioner misleading you?
The question of DNA never arises is because here is the identity of the suspect is not in question. And secondly, the DNA sample procedure is totally different. I think my fellow colleague advocate knows about it because it is entirely ordered through the magistrate, and in the presence of the magistrate, the samples are drawn with an ID form and the forwarding letter.
Okay, Shawan has a breaking news input. I'm going to the newsroom. Shawan, quick breaking news input he's going to have for us. We'll get him in a minute. How do you see this story so far, Vikram Singh? I don't have him again. Mr. Vikram Singh, how do you see the story so far? If you can hear me. No, we have a problem there. Let me get a take from PK Jain, please. PK Jain, how do you view the inconsistencies so far?
See, Arnab, the only mistake I find on the part of the police in the beginning was that instead of applying section 304 of the IPC, which is culpable homicide, they applied the section of 304A, which is a rash and negligent act, because of which this offense came to be categorized as serious offense. It was not even a serious, it was a petty offense under the JJ Act. See, JJ Act has only 3 categories of offenses: petty, serious, and heinous. Heinous offenses are where the punishment is more than minimum 7 years or more than 7 years. Now, in this case, even culpable homicide has a punishment of 10 years, but there's no minimum punishment prescribed. That is why the Juvenile Justice Board was within their rights, because of these sections, to grant him bail. But subsequently on appeal, they revised their judgment, and now they have confined.
So you are saying that the Juvenile Justice Board, 1 minute, this is such complete non-application of mind on your part, you're a lawyer. You're saying that can you hear me first of all, Vikram Singh, can you hear me? I'm checking again and again and again if he can.
Arnab, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, sir. PK Jain says this is a petty case. 2 professionals have been killed by a drunk super brat. He says technically, he uses the technical angle of this being a petty case. He says by technical definition, it's a chota-mota petty case. I say it's a heinous offense. Some application of mind by the Juvenile Justice Board would have told him the same thing. But it appears, it appears the Juvenile Justice Board is looking for a loophole where none exists. Vikram Singh.
Arnab, good evening, gentlemen. It's a matter of satisfaction that all professionals on this panel, firstly, if there was a trophy for a shoddy and a compromised investigation, it will go to this investigation. It was compromised with a capital C from the beginning itself. First, the sections that were invoked were inappropriate. Secondly, the entire system bent head over heels to help and bail out the accused, and which they managed to succeed. It's a different matter that you raised a storm, and the storm became a tsunami, and then the rest is history. Everybody was there. And in a compromised ecosystem, whether it was the bar, whether it was the registration of the Porsche, or whether it was the question, our expert has very lucidly explained. Why was the urine sample not taken? And the breath analyzer also, I would say, the breath analyzer, the urine and the sample. You can take 10 samples from the same person from the same location, because time is important. If there's a time lapse of 2 hours and 3 hours, which admittedly the police commissioner himself admitted, then this is inexplicable, and it goes to show that there was an insidious attempt to give a digression or an escape route to the accused. This is absolutely unacceptable to give a time lapse, because the half-life of the residual drugs or alcohol or both can be compromised if there is a lapse of 3 to 6 hours. Now, coming to the fact, the MLA has every right to go to a public place, but not with the instruction. What is the presumption? The presumption is very odious and obnoxious that he went at an hour with the ostensible purpose, and as per his own admission to you, he had gone there to impact the investigation and also influence the investigation so as to give the benefit of doubt or give the benefit advantage to the accused, and he was able to do it. Coming down to everybody, the JJ board, I would not like to comment on that, but the fact of it is very surprising and shocking that when 2 innocent lives were lost,
yeah,
the JJ board.
I want to get in Shravan's breaking news input. Shravan. Shravan, you have a quick breaking news input, I was told.
Well, in fact, Arnab, this is with regards to the driver who had dropped the VVIP brat outside the pub. Now, he was being questioned by the Pune crime branch, and he has admitted that after getting drunk in an inebriated state, he asked the driver to hand over the keys. In fact, the driver was reluctant. He made one call, and that call went to the VVIP brat's father. Yeah. And it was based on the father's instructions that the driver had handed over the keys.
So Shravan, I'll come back to you. Now, Mr. Srivastav, I'm told that Vishal Agarwal, the father of the super brat, was arrested with a simple mobile handset with a SIM that was registered on 19th May. Right? This is an obvious attempt to guard his calling details. This is an obvious attempt at concealing evidence. You know, one more case should be placed against Vishal Agarwal for concealment of evidence. Why? What does he want to conceal? Which politician he was talking to?
No, it is not at all
Why? Some politician told him, now you are going to be arrested, Republic is after you, quickly take away your mobile phone. You are telling me that your client, his father, the super rich man, uses a small, simple, non-smart phone which was registered one day before, that he never used a phone till the day of the accident. Or is there some top politician he spoke to who has called him and told him, Republic is after you, I will also be caught, change your phone, throw it away into the river. Tell me the truth, sir. Ashutosh Srivastav, concealment of evidence is a very serious crime.
First of all, any phone calls made from one particular mobile number, all the details are available. Whether you throw the phone or you don't throw the phone, all the details will be available.
No, I don't want to know why has he tried to conceal his phone detail records, which means I have been able to successfully prove that your client is trying to conceal evidence in a case that Republic and the whole country is talking about. Do you think he'll get away?
No, it is not possible. How can you?
Yeah, I know it's not possible, but why is he? Where is his mobile phone
number? It is not possible.
No,
it is all false and wrong allegations.
You think you will create another Salman Khan? You think you will create another Salman Khan hit and run case where the entire blame will be put on the driver? You think with Republic after you on the investigation you'll get away by making it a Salman Khan hit and run case? Nahi hoga.
Right. What is to get away about? See, either if you consider him as an adult, then the father should not be prosecuted. The club owner should not be prosecuted. Then in that case, he was.
Why did the grandfather tell the politician to go and influence the investigation in the police station? Why did the grandfather instead of give me the real reply. Acha, don't worry. Listen to me, Ashutosh. Ashutosh, don't be nervous. Ashutosh, don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Everybody is watching you. You are looking nervous. Now listen to me. Listen to me. I am following the case. You tell this Agarwal family, Arnab Goswami is following the case. He's after the truth in the case. I am sending more Republic investigative crew. Sab nikal jayega. Vikram Singh is responding to you. Now listen to me. Listen to me.
It is unconvincing to that.
Truth is all in front of everyone.
Man would have basic mobile phone. It is very unconvincing, Mr. Ashutosh, that a high-profile businessman will have such a basic phone, and there is much more to it than what meets the eye. He has to explain. And as you said, that there are willing accessories to a crime. It does not help our purpose. Whether you may treat your client as a juvenile or an adult, any accessory to a crime will have a lot of answering to do to the investigators, whether the father, the grandfather, the driver, and everybody. You would understand it, because being an accessory to a crime, there are reasons, and then they have to explain their movement, their assistance, and
in fact, I'm telling you. In fact, I tell you, they think they are very smart. I'll tell you, Mr. Srivastav, you people, you think you're very smart.
In fact, I tell you something. See, when
tell me.
See, Section 41A notice was supposed to be issued before he was arrested. But here, unfortunately, without serving any notice, that is the procedure that Supreme Court has prescribed in Arnesh Kumar versus State of Bihar, that judgment, that if any crime, if it is registered and the offence is below 7 years, it has to be, the notice has to be issued. That was also not issued.
It is a, listen to me, forget your 7 years angle to this, don't teach me first year LLB law. The question is that they have applied only a few Motor Vehicles Act sections.
It is not first year LLB law, this is the basic law. The Supreme Court is not in first year.
I know more about law than you. Please listen, Ashutosh, listen to me. I know much more about law than you. And you are lucky that I am not in a courtroom, otherwise I would have hammered people like you. I would have hammered people like you on fact and substance. My question is, you have applied a few Motor Vehicles Act sections
like that.
and two Juvenile Justice Act sections against the father. The statements and the evidence, along with the concealment of evidence, are enough to charge him against abetment and criminal conspiracy charges of the IPC. Anyway, listen, tell me one thing. You don't have to worry. You can confide in me. You can trust me.
Only because he was juvenile. Only because he was juvenile.
You can trust me, Ashutosh. Tell me one thing.
Yes.
You know this family, no? So what did the grandfather tell the politician when he sent him to the police station at 5 o'clock in the morning? Because I already have the confessional statement of the politician.
No, I don't think he has sent. See.
No, he has sent. No, he has sent. No, I have got on record statement from the politician.
Now let me reply.
I have recorded the politician on the phone.
Okay, let me reply this. If the politician in any case visited the police station, what was the influence? The FIR was registered, the action was taken, the FIR was registered, the boy was produced, the boy was taken into the custody, he was produced before the Juvenile Justice Board.
Okay, 1 minute, just wait. Okay, Ashutosh, you wait. Ashutosh, just wait a while. Wait a while, Ashutosh.
He would have been treated differently like an adult.
Ashutosh, this is a very complex case. Yes. You know, what happens is that in this country, I believe that people like your client, they are manipulators, you know. They manipulated the way. Now watch how I open up the case against the grandfather who had given a supari allegedly of many 50-60 crores to Chota Rajan to kill someone who he was involved in a family dispute.
These are all allegations.
Yeah, so I'll investigate the allegation. No, more than that, viewers, I want to tell you, this super rich Agarwal family is neck deep in crime. Neck deep in crime. The super rich, super brats, mafia-linked grandfather is hands in glove with Chota Rajan. You all know what kind of mafia don Chota Rajan is. He's charged under various sections of the Indian Penal Code for conspiracy to commit murder. And that case goes on from 2008, ladies and gentlemen. It is still languishing in the courts. 15 years have passed. This same system, remember what Rahul Gandhi said? Since he was born, he was in the system. That same unjust system is protecting the mafia-linked grandpa. Republic will reopen that case also. Let's take a look.
At 10 a.m. on Wednesday, Republic broke the Chota Rajan link to the grandpa of the super rich super brat who rammed his Porsche into two youths. At 4 p.m. on the 23rd of May, Republic confronted Ajit Pawar's MLA, Sunil Tingre, who confessed that he too is closely linked to the super brat's grandpa, S.K. Agarwal.
अग्रवाल का भी फोन आया अग्रवाल का फोन आने के बाद वहाँ पर जाके हमने पूछा पुलिस ने जब पीआई आने के बाद उनसे पूरा पूछ के लिया क्या हुआ उसने बताया कि यहाँ पर ऐसा एक्सीडेंट हुआ
लेकिन
उसके बाद
ऐसा बताया जा रहा है कि अग्रवाल आपके मित्र हैं
उनके पास काफी तो 93 से उनके साथ में मैं जॉब करता था नौकरी करता था सबसे मेरी पहचान है उनकी और वो मेरे वोटर भी है
इस दोस्ती के एवज में आपने पुलिस पर दबाव बनाया ऐसे भी आरोप लग रहे हैं आपके ऊपर
वो तो पुलिस से पूछ लीजिए ना
आपने दबाव नहीं बनाया
कोई दबाव नहीं बनाया.
At 6 p.m. on the 23rd of May, Republic confronted the mafia grandpa.
अब आपके छोटा राजन के साथ क्या संबंध है? छोटा राजन के साथ क्या संबंध है? छोटा राजन के साथ
चलो 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 क्या संबंध है?
क्या पूछ?
चलो चलो
मिस्टर अग्रवाल क्या पूछताछ हुई आपसे? आपका पोता इन्वॉल्व?
A deeper investigation reveals that the super brats mafia grandpa is already facing trial in a conspiracy to commit murder.
The Pune police, which you represent, did not invoke Maharashtra Control of Organized Crime Act in this case against his grandfather. And the Pune police, allow me, if the Pune police allows an MLA to walk into a police station and have 2 blood samples taken when the Chota Rajan's partner's grandson goes and kills 2 people under the influence of alcohol, driving a 2 crore car at 240 kilometers an hour, how do you expect people to have any faith in the system, sir?
You have to look at the outcome, Arnab.
Sir, I will look at the process, Mr. Kumar. I will look at the process. Sir, I will look at the process.
Our stand has been vindicated.
Sir, your stand is not vindicated.
From the court.
Your stand is not vindicated. This is a powerful...
100%.
Sir, absolutely not. Sir, it is a rich family. Sir, it is a super rich family of Pune which is trying to push its way through.
Has the Porsche cover-up ended up exposing the ugly underbelly of the businessman, politician, Underworld Nexus again?
We've got all these lawyers, all these criminal lawyers who are coming out to defend this super rich, super brat family. And I have no grudge with criminal lawyers. It is their job to defend the super rich, super brats, all super rich people. But at some point of time, Subhash Jha is also a criminal lawyer, and we have Rizwan Siddiqui, very well-known Mumbai-based criminal lawyer, defends the family in this case, joining in this case also with us Ashutosh Srivastava, who's a lawyer for the family. Now, what has come out is the underworld link of this family, Rizwan.
Yes.
This family has a deep underworld link. And I find it very surprising that a man like S.K. Agarwal, who is so close to Chota Rajan, allegedly so deeply connected with the mafia that he offered money to Chota Rajan in a property dispute. He wanted to kill some people to settle the dispute. He gave money. And in fact, it is told that he went to Bangkok to meet Chota Rajan's associate and tell Chota Rajan's associate in Bangkok that I will give this much money if you kill these people. This is the grandfather of the super brat. Right? Now, this is a very important revelation, Rizwan, because it brought into focus how these people are manipulating the system. 15 years the case is going on and on. He must have a lot of lawyers who get him tariq pe tariq.
Yes. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
Yes. So I have a copy of the FIR. I was just perusing the copy of the FIR, and this is the 2000.
Which FIR?
This is the 2009, the FIR which was filed against the grandfather, where Section 307 of IPC, 34, Section 3 of Arms Act, and other sections have been applied. And surprisingly, I was not able to find anyway what is the status of the case as on date, because what I understand is that though this case was filed, I don't know what is the status of this case, and the allegations are very, very serious.
Yeah, so that's my precise point here, Rizwan, that these are very serious allegations.
Very serious allegations.
And if such, if such serious cases, the cases go on for 15 years, nothing happens. That also is a serious matter, right, Subhash? It's the delay which is a serious matter.
Absolutely, absolutely.
How does such delay happen, Subhash?
See, delay happens because, and this I have told to the many constitutional courts in the High Court and also Supreme Court. But so far, nobody has been able to take cognizance of it. Now, there are trivial cases, there are bogus cases, there are false cases, implication. Now, take, for example, your own case. In how many cases have been slapped as against you?
Oh, hundreds of cases by Uddhav Thackeray.
Absolutely. So, therefore, all these cases which are bogus, clog the system. And with the result, the genuine cases are not being tried. Now, in a recent judgment, the Supreme Court in 2017 rendered a very landmark judgment in the matter of Hussain versus Union of India. Now, there the Supreme Court lays down the guidelines that all the magisterial tribal cases are to be concluded within 6 months. And all the sessions cases are to be tried within a period of 2 years. Now, what happens in reality? In reality, nothing happens. And then these cases are dragged on for years together for various reasons. And there are, are many, many reasons which...
Now, what's happening here is that in the case of investigating the case of the Porsche murder, the role of the grandfather has come into focus. Now, Rizwan,
yes,
you know, as it happens, you investigate one story and you come across a next.
Yes.
And in the course of investigating it, it comes across that the grandfather paid money to Chota Rajan to get a cooperator at that time with the Shiv Sena called Ajay Bhosle killed. This happens 2007-8, 2009. Only in 2013, the CID informs the courts about the involvement of Chota Rajan, Shankar and Vijay Shakti. It includes section 120B in the complaint, right? Even when the CBI takes over the case, the sections involved are IPC section 301, 34, Arms section 3 and 25. Now, what I don't understand, Rizwan, for the life of me, here's the case. Viewers, I'll simplify it. I don't want to get deep into the law. You know, I can get deep into the law. I'll keep it simple. You got a man, he goes to Singapore or Bangkok, tells a mafia don, please send your shooters here, please kill these people on my behalf. The facts are there, the information is there, everything is there. But the police, in its right wisdom, decides not to invoke the Maharashtra Control of Organized Crime Act. If this case is not a Makoka case, what is? Then I have to question the police. Now, therefore, my worry is the police has fixed the case. If the prosecution is fixed, if the prosecution is maintained, if the prosecution is manipulated, if the police has been managed, then what is the point of taking the case to the court? Rizwan, the management is happening at the police level.
You know, so I have something to say with regards to this. As far as the police officers are concerned, this is not the first time you will see a case like this where, you know, you have for good reasons to believe that the police has been managed, because the video shown clearly shows that drinks were being consumed. It also shows that for 91 hours, no blood samples were collected. So definitely at various stages, you know, there have been negligence on the part of the police. And of course, that has to be willful negligence. I will just put it in inverted commas. Now, why did they do all of these things? Why is it that the police officer failed and neglected to do their duty?
No. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, Rizwan. See, and on this, even Ashutosh Srivastava will... You are dealing with a very hardened criminal family. They're very hardened. They deal with mafia, Chota Rajan. For them killing, Ashutosh, 1 minute. For them killing two 24-year-old professionals is a petty case, small case. Kuch nahi hai bhai. They'll tell the politician, jao police station fix karke aa jana. For them, they are managing. The whole world knows about paying Chota Rajan. That grandfather will think that it's a very small crime, not even a crime. By his grandson, he'll say, I have got away for 15 years after being associated with Chota Rajan. Nobody could do anything to me. So he'll say, my grandson has only killed 2 people. What's the big deal? I'll say it's an accident. It's the arrogance of wealth. Ashutosh, you fix the system, you get used to it.
Yes,
you feel you can fix anything.
You are asking... Arnab, just let me explain that other case, because I have appeared in that case, so I know that case, because this case is pending before CBI Court, Mumbai. Okay. Now, the FIR, when it was registered in 2009, so the FIR was filed by the informant who was contesting an election, and he made allegation against his rivalry person who was also contesting the election initially. And accordingly, the investigation was then from Band Garden Police Station, Pune, was given to CID. And CID filed the first charge sheet in which there was no name, nothing mentioned about my client. Then later what happened, that this informant changed his statement and he went to the High Court stating that no, it was not my rivalry. It was, you know, it was the family dispute in which all these things have happened.
So whatever
then
it is, listen.
was ordered, and it
Tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. Tell me 1 minute. Mr. Agarwal went to Bangkok.
I'm coming
Did Mr. Agarwal go to Bangkok and pay money to Chota Rajan?
No, that I have the copy of the passports of all the accused in the charge sheet. If you can check yourself, the date on which the other accused have visited, there is no visit of Mr. S.K. Agarwal on that particular date. The passport, the visa, everything is submitted before the court by the CBI only.
Yeah, but you are talking about the applicability of provisions. Okay. Subhash, so listen, 1 minute. You are giving your version. You are talking about the applicability of provisions. I know that there is a. I know in this kind of cases there is only one.
I don't know why when I am speaking, you are not allowing me to speak.
I am asking you, why was Makoka 1999 not applied? Why was Makoka 1999 not applied?
Sorry?
Why was Makoka 1999 not applied?
It was not required to be applied.
It was not required.
Initially,
it was not required. Who says so?
307.
Who says so?
It was under 307.
Like you say, in this case also, the 18-year-old killer was not required to be arrested. He should write a 300-word essay. He should write a. You see, he should write in your view, Subhash.
Police officials while registering the FIR.
Sir, you know.
See, 307 was inserted because the crime was under section 307. The allegation was under section 307. That is why 307 was implicated. Okay, and then the matter went to the High Court and he got anticipatory bail also, considering the merit of his case, because nothing incriminating was found against him.
I have one minute. Ashutosh, I'll tell you what here.
Yes.
Subhash Jha, S.K. Agarwal's connection to the underworld can be established by a mere fact that he went to meet Chota Rajan to seek help for a property dispute with his brother. S.K. Agarwal allegedly met Chota Rajan's associate called Vijay Tambat. The interesting part is that Chota Rajan is accused of giving supari to kill Shiv Sena leader Ajay Bhosle at the behest of S.K. Agarwal in order to help Agarwal in the property dispute. A number of 60 crores is being spoken about. Now, question is very simple. In this case, the elementary logic is the only provision which applies is Makoka. If you apply Makoka, Agarwal would have been in jail today. If you don't apply Makoka, you can file any case, get bail, tarikh, pe tarikh, pe tarikh, pe tarikh, pe tarikh. So, everything comes down to which provision of the law you apply. Am I right, Subhash Jha? And that's where the system uses discretion in favor of the accused.
Arnab, let me tell you, my experience is that there is rampant corruption in our police. That goes without saying all across the country, more particularly in the state of Maharashtra. The police is rampantly corrupt. They are brazenly corrupt. And money is taken at every stage, be it before investigation, for registration of FIR, you have to pay money. For not registering an offense, you have to pay. For applying diluted sections, you have to pay. For adding sections which are not applicable, you have to pay. And therefore, I have told you yesterday also that my colleague is from, Mr. Srivastava is from Pune. Now, he will agree with me that Pune is the city of Maharashtra which has got most number of Makoka cases. I have not come across any other districts in Maharashtra where there is so much brazen misuse of Makoka.
I tell you, what we are doing is we are sending more investigative crew. I have, like these people have put lot of lawyers. I have put a lot of reporters. And let me tell you, I am blessed, Mr. Srivastava, through my life's experience dealing with politicians, policemen, Paramjit Singh and that, what is Sachin Vaze type of people. I am blessed. I have a unique ability to deal with these kind of people. I have put so many journalists on the job, even if the other networks don't. You see, you will find everything tumbling out. You please tell Mr. Srivastava he should himself ask for Makoka to be applied on him. then things will be better. Because this is a non-application of mine. I asked the commissioner also yesterday. He didn't have a straight answer for me. Now, the way I see it, viewers, the police knew. The police knew everything. The police knew they were letting politicians influence the investigation. The mafia-linked grandfather knew that he could manipulate the police. The super-rich brat's lawyer knew that the prosecution would create loopholes that they could benefit from, they could use. The Juvenile Justice Board knew that they could misuse their office to let off a super-rich super brat. The politicians, including the government, knew that they could blame it on the prosecution and the Juvenile Justice Board and get away. But tonight I'll tell you, we know, you and I and every viewer of Republic knows that with truth on our side, we will not be taken for a ride. I'll see you tomorrow. And after the break, ladies and gentlemen, some fascinating political debates. Please stay tuned for that.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Powered by Vimal, Polo Zuban Kesari.
Co-powered by Simpolo, Tile Hoto Simpolo.
Digital India is marching in full swing and with high spirits to achieve the target of digital democracy. Some